You're listening to The Scrimmage with Daniel Hargrove and Justin Domashevitz.
Yeah, baby, he's dominating right now. Yeah, Monday. Good morning and welcome to The Scrimmage. I'm Daniel Hargrove and special guest today with us, my brother, Jimmy Hargrove.
All right. And I'm Justin Domashevitz. I feel like every week in the intro now, Daniel's trying to top the weirdness of the noise he made the previous week. And we've gotten to the point where like he's making animal mating sounds, which is a little bit awkward and mostly intriguing. But don't let that distract you from the fact that we have a very interesting show for you today. We're going to talk about Earl Thomas. We got some other good NFL topics. And, maybe I'll pick at Daniel a little bit as well.
Yeah, that is usually on the show sheet. Pick at Daniel, but also we're going to be talking some NCAA rules proposals that Jim Harbaugh threw out there. But first, let's get it going with the 2-minute drill.
It's not just a home or a car, it's the 6 months you save to get your Ultra HD flat screen just in time for football season. It's the overtime you worked for that third car so that your team can drive themselves to practice. While other insurance companies just see them as a bundle or a combo, State Farm agent Mark Rossetti sees your home and car as things you work really hard for. Mark understands what your things really mean to you and is here to help you give them the protection they deserve. Visit Mark Rossetti at 613 Oak Street in Aberdeen for your home and auto insurance today.
Let's go, huddle up! Gotta hurry. Hey, 2-minute situation, 44 seconds, hand the ball to ref. Gonna do it right. 3 jet Buckeye, on 1 right 3.
The 2-minute drill starts now.
Oh, the NFL has recently sent a memo out to all 32 teams which laid out protocols for the gradual reopening of team facilities. The league wants teams to be ready to implement the first phase. That's a word we're hearing a lot of these days. The first phase of that plan by May 15th. Pittsburgh Steelers head coach Mike Tomlin said that no facilities should be opened until all 32 teams can legally open. Justin, is Tomlin right?
I'm very impressed, actually, because I like every single week to give Daniel the longest question and hope that he stumbles over it somewhere in the middle, but he did a pretty good job there. So now that I've got that out of the way, I'll actually answer the question. In a perfect world, I would say yes, it would be great if everything was even and equal all across the board, but right now we're not living in a perfect world. And it's kind of unreasonable to think that teams might not open their facilities for certain things if they have the ability to, like to rehab guys who are injured or for players to have an actual gym to work out. Maybe teams can't practice together or do walkthroughs on the field or scrimmages or what. There might be certain things you can and cannot do, but league facilities are going to be open at different times, and Mike Tomlin's just going to have to deal with it.
Yeah, everything can't be eaten with, even when the Patriots cheat all the time anyway, so...
The NFL has officially nixed the pass interference replay review after just one season. 84% of pass interference calls were upheld on review in 2019. Daniel, are you happy to see this rule go?
No, I think that it needs to still be there, but they need officials who actually will adhere to it instead of just being like, no, we really don't care. Yeah, that's just going to stand. Like, doesn't matter how egregious it ever was. Really, I guess I don't mind too much that this rule is gone since they weren't going to follow it anyway. What they need to do is go with the Sky Judge like the XFL had because it was quick, easy, smooth, and holy cow, was that the best thing that the XFL really came up with. Former Seahawk running back Marshawn Lynch is publicly discussing the possibility of yet another return in 2020. Beast Mode rejoined an injury-riddled Seahawks squad for the playoffs last season. Justin, would you like to see Marshawn back on the sidelines?
Well, for the same reason that I was glad when he signed with the Raiders, I'm going to say yes, because my personal opinion is that the NFL is always more interesting when Marshawn Lynch is in it. But the reality of the situation is, if Chris Carson is healthy, if Rashad Penny is healthy, he's not going to see the field, because at his age, both of those guys are significantly better than him. So I think I'd love to see him, maybe on the roster as kind of a guy that would just be there and then, jump in if everybody got hurt, like kind of happened last year. But I don't think I would want to see him playing significant time, because that's probably a signal that the season didn't go very well for Seattle. Daniel, the official dictionary definition of a quesadilla. Is it a tortilla?
Oh, no.
Is the tortilla filled with cheese and heated? Is the best to make a quesadilla?
Wait, say that again. Skype cut out a little bit. The official definition is what?
The official definition of quesadilla is a tortilla filled with cheese and heated. And your question is, what is the best way to make quesadilla?
Oh, the best way. You had to change the goalposts there, because official definition, that proves my point that what I am eating is quesadillas. So I don't care if it's just one tortilla filled with cheese and put in the microwave, that still works. And I'm not going to say it's the best way, it's the quickest way to get that tortilla filled with heated cheese into my mouth. So that is my favorite way, but if you want the best quesadilla, I'm sure that others will argue differently. But I am taking this as a win that the definition proves me right. Jimmy, you weren't here last week.
I believe
we had a big argument over if what I was making is a quesadilla, where I just put
no,
throw it into the microwave.
That wasn't the argument. Nope, that wasn't the argument. The argument was over whether or not. No. The argument was whether or not what you were. No, I did say that.
You said
but
it was a cheese fart.
Yeah, I think what I said was the official name for what you do should be a cheesy grease fart surprise or something like that. But the argument that we were having was not mostly over whether or not what you were doing was a quesadilla. I will admit that I said it's not. I stand by that, even though the dictionary definition disagrees with me. I was saying what you're doing is disgusting, and it's lazy. It's lazy on a high level, because you could put like 6 more minutes into it and have something that's significantly more tasty. So
6 minutes is a long time, Justin, and that number keeps going down, because you started with it takes 10 minutes to bake, then it was 8 to 10 minutes, and now you're down to 6.
8 to 10 minutes, including prep time. And you said you can have the whole thing done in 3 minutes in the microwave. So yes. I was going 8 to 10. I split the difference. 9 minutes, 6 minutes difference between 3 and 9. That's math. You're welcome.
Math.
It makes total sense, though, that he would make it that way, because growing up, our dad's idea of a snack was throwing cheese on a piece of bread and throwing that in the microwave.
I've done that before when I was like 9 years old and I didn't know how to cook anything else for myself, and I wasn't allowed to use the oven.
Yeah. I'm just glad that I haven't also followed my dad's way that he makes peanut butter and jelly sandwiches by adding like 1/4-inch slabs of butter throughout it.
I've never tried that, but it sounds amazing.
That does sound good.
I gotta say, I should have seen that coming when we have all of our questions on our show sheet here, and the last one just said secret question for Daniel.
It could have been a variety of things, though, Daniel, because I could have been talking about how your nephew almost beat you in golf the other day. How old is he? Is he 8? He's 9?
He'll be 10 in a couple months.
Okay, so Jimmy's
Almost
son,
10.
I have it on good authority, almost beat Daniel in golf, in real golf, 9 holes the other day.
In real golf.
It was real golf.
6 strokes difference.
Yeah. And just because you guys know that I love opening myself up for ridicule, I went out and played 9 holes the next day, and I shot the same score that Logan had shot the previous day.
Well, you shouldn't feel too ashamed about all this, because the reason that I got that information in the first place was because I commented that he could probably beat me. And then I thought back to some of the scores that I've had on 9 holes at Highlands. Were you guys at Highlands, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought back to some of the scores that I've had on 9 holes. I'm convinced that he wouldn't just beat me. I think he'd beat me by 10 strokes. So I don't think you should feel too much shame about that.
No, I might need more lessons, though. We have a video up on our YouTube page of me getting some great lessons from Ronnie Espedal, and I need more because I have fallen into my old ways.
Which
good.
Was perfect on the first hole. Well, the 10th hole.
Yeah.
He completely banana sliced it right onto the edge of the green.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great. But that banana slice stayed with him for most of the round.
You know, Daniel, I know Logan pretty well. I might be able to get him to give you some lessons if you want it.
The
I
highlight.
don't know about that.
The highlight of Ronnie's lessons was,
Yeah, yes, the unusual noise that Ronnie made that was the only possible reaction to Daniel's shot.
as Daniel sliced it
I love
upwards
that,
and
yeah.
sideways out of
Hey,
the fairway.
no, he was confused because I hooked that one upwards and sideways.
Sorry, you're right. You did hook it,
Yeah.
which is
All
not
right.
normal.
Well, that's a 2-minute drill brought to you by State Farm agent Mark Rossetti. Thank you again so much for sponsoring